Hey guys, welcome to American Yogi's yoga video. My name is Marina, also known as the Phoenix Yogi, and today we're going to go ahead and get started in an easy seated pose. Placing the tailbone down into the ground, lengthening the spine, creating space in between each vertebra, and closing the eyes here, or maybe keeping the gaze soft. We begin to drag the shoulders down the back and lifting the crown all the way up towards the sky. Today we're going to go ahead and place our hands in our trust mudra. So interlacing the fingers, the thumbs are upward, and placing the hands over our heart. Feeling the heartbeat here and connecting with the function and with the gratitude of our heartbeat. Taking a nice deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Allowing each inhale to expand the belly and each exhale to bring the navel in towards the spine. And grounding into your trust. Trust in the ability that we are capable of adapting and evolving to life's changes. When things change in our life, often we have resistance to the change. But if you understand the structure of the universe, life, and creation, then you'll understand that life is change, and nothing ever stands still. Everything is energy, and energy is a continual motion and change. If energy stood still, you would be gone, and there would be no life. Change is always happening for the good of you and for everyone. It is the evolution of life. Taking a moment here to set an intention for your practice. Maybe dedicating this practice to yourself, or maybe dedicating this practice to someone who cannot be here or be there with you, like a family member or a friend. But most importantly, this is your own practice. Listen to your body and do what you can handle. Every day is different, and that is okay. If it wasn't, there would be no appreciation, no growth, and no learning. Keeping the eyes closed, we're going to inhale the arms all the way up, placing the hands together, and on the exhale, lowering the hands down to center heart. 2 more times, so inhale, lengthening the arms up, and exhale, connecting them down to center heart. Inhale and exhale. Opening the eyes, we're going to inhale the arms up high and exhale, spine twist to the left side, placing the right hand on the left knee, looking over the shoulder. Inhale, lengthening the arms up, and exhale, spine twist to the opposite side. Inhale. We're going to drop the left hand down the left side of our body and reaching the right hand all the way up and over. Here we're rotating our shoulder back so we're not shadowing the face. When we rotate the shoulder back, we're able to extend and create the space in between each rib. Lifting up nice and tall and switch. And reaching up nice and tall. cactus arms, so really pulling the heart through. It's kind of like you have a resistance band here. So we're holding the resistance band and we're pulling. One more time, reaching and exhale. And arms out into a T. I'm gonna go ahead and place the right arm over the left, grabbing the shoulders like you're giving yourself a hug here. We are still lengthening the spine. We're gonna lift the elbows up and just hold it here. Still breathing. Opening the arms up, pressing the heart through, and switch left arm over right. Lifting the elbows up. Feeling that stretch in between your scapulas, your shoulder blades here. Opening the arms up, pressing the heart through. Beautiful. And coming back to center. We're going to find yourself in tabletop. So placing the hands directly underneath your shoulders, the knees are right underneath the hips. Looking down, we cannot see our toes, they're parallel. Dropping the belly, pulling the shoulder blades back, the gaze is upward into cow. And then on your exhale, we press into the mat. The knee or the chest goes into the chin goes into your chest. For cat. And let me get this right one more time. So inhale, dropping the belly, pulling the shoulder blades back, the gaze is upward. And on your exhale, we're rounding the spine, tucking the chin into the chest, pushing the mat away from you. Nailed it that time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And focusing on creating that fluid motion within the spine. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Coming back to tabletop. We're going to tuck the toes under and lift the hips all the way up into your first downward facing dog. So here, we're going to bend our knees and walk the dog out just a little bit. So we're bending one knee, sending the opposite heel down to the mat, and then switching. Being mindful that our hands are shoulder width distance apart, fingers are spread wide. And we're putting our weight into our fingertips. We press the chest through, lifting the hips and hamstrings up towards the sky. The heels do not need to be touching the mat. This comes with time, flexibility, persistence. The neck is nice and loose. The gaze is up at the navel. Here in downward facing dog, we're going to step our feet hip width distance apart if they aren't already. And we're going to bend our knees, lifting the heels off the mat, and now we are lengthening the spine. Coming back to your version of downward facing dog, whatever feels good for you. And go ahead and slowly transition into plank. Shifting the shoulders slightly over the wrist. And we are pushing the mat away from us. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale into plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Doing this a few more times. The more times you do this, the more you'll get a gauge of how the hands and feet do not need to move from downward facing dog into plank. This is your desired distance between the hands and feet. Beautiful. Doing this one more time. So inhale into plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. From here, we're going to begin to walk the feet all the way up to the hands. Bending your knees as much as you need to. If you have any back issues, really put an emphasis on bending the knees. We're going to hang out here for a moment. Maybe grabbing the elbows. Maybe swinging from side to side. Maybe we are resting the elbows onto the knees. Well, wherever we are, we're releasing all of the tension out of our neck. So maybe we're just here shaking the head yes, shaking the head no. Bending the knees, reverse swan dive all the way up, lengthening the spine, reaching high. And hands come down to heart center. Inhale, lengthening the arms up to the sky. Swan dive all the way down. Inhale, half lift, flat back. So here, hands are on our shins, our thighs, or the ground. But wherever they are, we're pulling the shoulders back. And exhale, release. Bending the knees once more. We're going to take the hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers, and lengthening the arms up to the sky. Once again, dropping the head, the tension out of the neck. We're going to have our feet hip-width distance apart and transitioning into chair pose. So swinging the arms all the way through, lifting them up towards the sky. Looking down, we can still see our toes. But all of our weight is in the heels. We're engaging the core and the shoulders are down and away from the ears. You can choose to bring the hands to center heart too if that works for you. Taking a nice deep inhale, and on your exhale, sitting back just a little bit deeper. And exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive all the way up. And exhale, swan dive all the way down. Bending the knees, hands behind the back once more. Interlacing the fingers, lifting the arms up to the sky, bending your knees as much as you need to. And exhale, swooping the arms through, chair pose. Maybe this one we're in just a little bit deeper. Forward fold, beautiful. Half lift, flat back. And stepping back into downward facing dog. Inhale into plank. And your version of chaturanga, you can go ahead and lower at a 90-degree angle. Or you can drop the knees, pulling the elbows to the body, lowering the upper body all the way down. Here we're untucking the toes, the tops of our feet are flat onto the mat, hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, lifting up, baby cobra. And exhale, lowering all the way down. Inhale, lifting up, baby cobra. Exhale. Tucking the toes right underneath, and we're going to press ourselves back up into plank. Downward facing dog. If this is in your practice, you can go ahead and inhale, lifting the right leg up to the sky. Doing a little core work here. We're going to bring the right knee to the right elbow. Bringing it back up. And bringing the knee, giving it a little kiss. Lifting the leg back up. And then bringing it all the way over to the left elbow. And extending the leg back up. and release. Lifting that left leg all the way up. And then go ahead and bring it to the left elbow. Lifting the leg back up. Bringing it to center. Extending the leg up. And then to the right elbow. Extending the leg up. Back down to downward facing dog. And go ahead and lower down into your child's pose. Knees are at the width of the mat. Chest down, forehead down. Taking a few breaths here. Reconnecting with the breath. Reconnecting with the heart. And trusting your ability to rise from whatever it is that you are going through. All of the changes, the ebb and flow. Coming back into downward facing dog. We're gonna inhale, lifting the right leg up and bringing the right knee to our right hand. We're gonna find ourselves in the pigeon. So here in pigeon, if you have a block at home, a pillow, a book, anything to place in the space between the hip and the mat, go ahead and do that. But this is my hate and love relationship, but the back leg is completely straight, toes are untucked. And you get more out of your pose here or your stretch by lengthening the spine upward. So taking a few breaths here. And whenever you feel ready, go ahead and forward fold into a pigeon. We're focusing on the softness in all areas of tightness. Replacing it with one breath at a time. Pressing yourself back up. We're going to tuck the toes under, lifting the hips all the way up to downward facing dog or your three-legged downward facing dog. And go ahead and bring that foot back down, walking the dog out here. And switching sides. So inhale the left leg up high. Go ahead and bring the left knee to your left hand. Making the adjustments as needed for your pose here. And one side might be a little tighter than the other. That is completely okay. It just needs a little more love and attention. So lengthening up the spine. And feeling that weight in between the center of your pelvis, pulling down. Keeping the hips square. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and forward fold. Press yourself back up, tucking the toes under, downward facing dog or your three-legged downward facing dog. And go ahead and bring that foot back down here in downward facing dog. Together we're going to take 3 breaths. On our exhale, we're going to side out, kind of like we're fogging a bathroom mirror. So inhale. Exhale, side out. Inhale. Exhale, side out. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Dropping down to the knees. We're going to place our legs out in front of us. So lengthening the heart, the spine, lengthening the spine, lifting the heart. Arms come out, and we're slowly going to roll ourselves all the way down onto the mat. Knees coming into the chest, giving them a nice little hug here. Taking your two peace signs out to the world and finding yourself a happy baby. So we're grabbing the toes here, we're opening up the hips, and we're rocking from side to side. Allowing ourselves to be calm here. To be accepting of wherever we are. To not have resistance. And to be forgiving. Bringing the knees back to center. We're going to lay our arms out into a T. Taking a nice deep inhale, and on your exhale, we're dropping the knees down to the right, keeping both shoulders on the mat, and the gaze going to the left. Bringing your knees back to center, inhale here. And exhale, dropping the knees down to the left. Both shoulders on the mat, the gaze going to the right. And bringing the knees back to center. Giving them one last hug. And if you're new with my practice, we do an active release before Savasana. So go ahead and extend the legs all the way out. And bringing the arms all the way up above the head. And go ahead and close the eyes and gather all of this negative energy, things that you have been feeling today that have been bothering you. And I want you to begin tightening the feet, working your way up the calves, tightening the thighs, squeezing the core as tight as you possibly can, tensing the upper body, making the meanest, ugliest face you could possibly make, and in your hands you're creating fist. And in your fist are all of your personal struggles, things that have been holding you back, keeping you from being you, making you sad, mad, angry, depressed, filling you with anxiety, worry, stressing you out, creating fear. And on your next exhale, let it all go. Let all of that be released from the mind, the body, and the soul. Go ahead and float the arms back down to your sides, palms facing up. Everything negative that you have just released no longer serves you any purpose. Allowing the legs to fall out, the hips to sink deeper into the mat. The arms falling out, the weight of the world being lifted off the shoulders. And finding comfort in the grounding aspect of Savasana. And here in the mind's eyes, the realization that you are enough. That you are in charge of your own happiness and you create your own self-worth. No one, nothing can take that away from you. No change can destroy you. You are all things strength, brave, and resilient. With every inhale, the belly rises. And And every exhale, the belly falls. Wiggling the toes, wiggling the fingers. Bringing the awareness back to the mind, the body, and the safeness of wherever you are. Whenever you are ready, go ahead and turn onto whatever side is comfortable for you. Taking a moment here for gratitude. If you make time to list all of the things you are grateful for, and you feel the feelings of gratitude, you'll feel amazing every day. Your frequency will be high, and you will move through your days in love with being alive, bringing joy wherever you go, positively affecting one person after another. When you live a life like this, everything you want will come before you even ask. Whenever you are ready, go ahead and sit yourself back up to an easy seated pose. Once again, coming back into your trust mudra, so interlacing the fingers, thumbs straight up over the heart. Coming back to the grounding of your heartbeat and your breath. Taking a nice deep inhale, reaching the arms all the way up to the sky, placing the hands together, namaste hands. On your exhale, we're bringing it down to the third eye, right in between the eyebrows. Here we're asking for happy thoughts. For mantras like, I am all things brave, all things strong, and all things resilient. Bringing the hands down to the lips, asking for happy words. For words of encouragement, the constant reminders to replace the negative thoughts with the positive thoughts, the negative words with the negative words, or with the positive words. And lowering the hands down to center heart. Feeling the heart beating here. Feeling the kindness, the compassion, the love, and the forgiveness. I thank each of your beautiful souls for practicing with me. The fire in me honors the fire in you. Namaste.